Miss McCready. Surprised you knew how to find us, but it's always nice to hear from our friends in the UIU.
I'm full of surprises today, Captain. As I suspect, you're aware. We sent teams to investigate Area 12 in West Virginia. However, now the facility is in full lockdown. Nobody can get in or out. Lost a lot of people. But I have eyes inside. My team has discovered evidence of a large Foundation plot, all connected to biological weapons testing at NSIS-4. Something called the Vector Program. Uploading details now.
That is disturbing, UIU. We've been observing the science outpost NSIS-4 for a month now. Ships were coming in, but not a single one has left in all that time. We detected a Foundation vessel not on the books nearby, but a few days ago we lost contact. Enoch arrived a few hours ago to investigate. Kanzir told us to hold. Guess now we know why.
Yes, I've spoken to your superiors and requested authorization to execute fault line protocols. Pentagram, the SIS, the SCP have all consented. But Kanzir wants proof before signing off. That's where you come in.
I see. Well, I guess that makes our orders clear. You get all that, Enoch?
Loud and clear, Captain.
Be careful out there. We'll hold the light.
And we will watch the dark.
Alright, Enoch. This is a reconnaissance mission. Get inside, find evidence to corroborate the UIU intel, get out. Specifically anything related to the Vector Program. Apparently the Foundation has been using this outpost for bioweapon field tests. We'll start with the shipping warehouse and go from there.
Copy. The whole station will be turned upside down, if necessary. Not like the Foundation leave evidence behind.
Right, but it seems to me they left in a hurry. If that's true, we might be catching them red-handed.
Well, they do like their secrets.
Visibility's about to get real low. That thunderstorm in the south is getting bigger and headed our way. Keep heading south. You should make it to the docks without getting lost.
Gate is chained from the outside.
Too cold to waste time hunting for keys. Safety off.
Got a trail of blood here, but no bodies. Looks old.
Comforting. Let's see where it takes us.
Found a manifest. Looks like someone named Marcus took the liberty of redacting it for us. Foundation personnel?
Marcus? Interesting. No, he's a communications technician for NSIS-4. Spoken to him a few times over the radio. Anything about the Vector Program?
Unclear. Got a serial number here for an unusually large container. Item number 610 Victor X-ray 3. Came in from Area 12.
Hope that isn't what it sounds like. Head downstairs and check the warehouse inventory.
Yeah, copy. Found it. Mostly lab equipment. The containers addressed to Foundation sites were incoming, filled with empty specimen canisters.
I doubt outgoing canisters were empty. What would you be making at the bottom of the world? Any info about the large container from the manifest?
Not on the list, but I do see a hospital delivery on the same day from Marcus.
Marcus seems pretty involved in the day-to-day shipping of suspicious cargo for a communications
like civilians are trying to open the south gate and take a snowcat patrol base.
No way they made it to the Norwegians. The whole base is past the mountains.
And the gate is still closed. Looks like they were still searching for the generator key.
David! David!
Marcus? Marcus, what happened? Where is David? Marcus!
I didn't mean to. It all happened so fast. They told me to man the radio. Turn it off after every transmission. Keep the shipments moving. Tell everyone we were fine. Don't let anyone leave.
What? You were helping them? This whole time? Marcus, all of our friends!
I needed the money. I didn't know.
I'm going to flip the power transfer switch to turn on the gate. If that doesn't work, I'll find the generator key and restart the power myself.
Don't go.
I'd rather freeze to death if there's a chance of reaching the Norwegian troll base than stay here with you a second longer.
Justine, it's too far south. Those monsters are out there.
Yeah, well, there are monsters in here too.
So, this container is likely at the hospital, and Miss Justine went after the generator key.
Yeah, it's a weaker signal, but her transference might be just strong enough to follow.
Kinetic vision on. Got the key. Talk to me, Captain.
The fidelity of his thought structure is incredible. Something hadn't worked out for the medic signal to be this strong. Speaking to him on the radio, he gave the impression everything was fine. It wasn't until closer towards the end when he started acting cagey.
Joe! It's me, Marcus. Listen, man, we need to get these generators on. Give me the generator key.
think we've gathered everything useful we can find here. Eli, you were right. We're weaponizing anomalies. Not just Area 12, but all facilities across the globe.
Jesus. There should be a computer terminal in there hooked up to the communications tower.
Captain, this is really bad. Before we go any further, we gotta contact Ganzier and request authorization for an MRG. An abomination like this, he can't be allowed to leave.
Okay. I understood.
I don't like it any better than you do. There's an old observation tower next to the satellite. We're gonna prepare the MRG there. And then I'll head to the hospital. To the hospital, Captain.
Great work. You're walking into ground zero. Stay alert. Tentacles poking out of the ground. They're awake now, and they're angry. Take whatever data you found to the radio tower, then you...
Captain?
They're headed for the ship.
I'm moving.
Enoch, those spies are towards land. Ganzier's waiting on the intel to authorize the MRG.
Captain, I'm on my way to the tower. Hold on. Once I begin the upload, that should draw them away from you.
Falling back to the boiler room. Enoch, we lost the bridge.
father's house has many rooms. If that were not so, would I have told you that I am going there to prepare a place for you? And if I go,